This is a page from the playbook of the 3/5 compromise. This is exactly what this is. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate you guys all being here. Make sure you follow me at all these platforms that you see listed right now, up there, all there in these places like that and the other. Also, I have another YouTube channel called Man, Husband, Father, and another incognito startup channel that is called Meme Stream Media Shorts, where I just post shorts on there. So make sure y'all follow me on all those platforms. Show some support to the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to get into this. Y'all are probably thinking like, what in the world is going on here? See, I always say a lot of times, like whenever there's major things going on in the news, you always got to look to see if there's anything else to slide in there. So right now, what's going on is the Senate Democrats, they blocked the GOP effort to stop migrants from being counted for electoral college. Yeah, you heard that. The GOP was trying to stop them, to stop the migrants or illegals or asylum seekers from being counted as part of the electoral college, and that is absolutely crazy. How, man, I don't even think y'all can even understand, because most of y'all probably don't even know much about our divine inspired Constitution. Yeah, you heard me, divinely inspired Constitution. Now, you guys all heard me make a comment at the beginning of this video. And the Democrats are doing the same playbook they've been doing for years. And why not if it works? What are you talking about, Ty? Watch this real quick and I'll explain.
People say, why do we have a fully open southern border? Why is it you are willing to allow fentanyl to pour over and kill 100,000 Americans a year? Why is it you're allowing 169 people on the terror watch list last fiscal year to come over? And I think the only thing people can figure is that the Democrats are bleeding and hemorrhaging voters. They understand that they cannot fool people in this country any longer, so they have to import people. And the only reason you wouldn't want voter ID is if you want people who cannot vote to vote in these elections. It is insane.
Well, this is becoming the issue to watch. That was RNC co-chair Lara Trump with me yesterday on Sunday Morning Futures, warning the Democrats are using illegal migrants to harvest voters. Senate Democrats blocked an amendment on Friday, which would have prevented illegal migrants from being counted for congressional districting and the Electoral College. All Democrats and Alaska Senator Lisa Murkowski voted against that measure. Joining me right now is Tennessee Senator Bill Hagerty. It was his amendment. He moved to include this amendment in the $460 billion spending package. Senator, thanks very much for being here. I want you to tell us about your amendment. It was barring illegal aliens from being counted in allotting congressional seats and Electoral College votes. Sounds practical. What happened?
It certainly does sound practical, Maria, and I think most Americans are shocked to find out that today illegal migrants are used in the calculation of the number of people in a given state to allocate congressional districts and Electoral College votes to that state. Laura's exactly right. Democrats are basically harvesting electoral power on the backs of these illegal migrants. It shouldn't be happening. And when I put a simple vote forward that only citizens can be counted for the purposes of allocating congressional districts and electoral votes, the Democrats just went nuts. Chuck Schumer threatened to shut the government down. We ground it down to the very last hour. Finally, I think they had an important event that they needed to attend. They agreed to put it to the floor for a vote. And as you said, every single Democrat voted to not allow just citizens alone to be counted, but to also include the counting of illegal migrants. Now think about where people are fleeing in this nation. Citizens are leaving New York, they're leaving Illinois, they're leaving California. Where are the sanctuary cities located? New York City, Chicago, San Francisco, Los Angeles. They're actually creating these magnets so they can backfill and create more, quote, bodies to count so that they can get more electoral votes. And we got one of the we got a U.S. Congressman from Brooklyn, Yvette Clarke, said the quiet part out loud just the other day. She said, I need these illegal migrants for purposes of redistricting. And you know what's so rich, Maria? Her district, the same one that Chuck Schumer used to have when he served in the Congress, her district has this school in Brooklyn that they told the school children to go home and study by Zoom because they needed that schoolhouse to house illegal migrants. That's what's happening here in America. That's the motive behind the crime at our border.
Well, I mean, this is so disturbing, Senator. You're an elected official. Is there nothing else you can do about this? We are headed for a presidential election. Do you worry that the illegal population in America will vote in this upcoming election?
And it's a great concern there, that as Laura mentioned in the clip earlier, there's a great concern with these states that don't require any sort of ID, that type of thing. You know, there was a commission that was put in place back in the 90s, led by President Jimmy Carter and by Secretary of State James Baker, two highly respected individuals. They identified several things that led to a deep concern in voter integrity. Some of those are being deployed right now by the Democrats: mail-out ballots, ballot harvesting, no voter ID. All of these subject elections to great concerns regarding voter integrity, and that's exactly what the Democrats are pushing. And then when you think about the fact that they were able to count illegal migrants in terms of holding on to congressional seats and electoral votes, it makes it, you know, they win even before they've gotten these people to vote. So the power of those citizens, if you will, who do vote in states that have a high proportion of illegal migrants, they have more power in states than states like Tennessee, where we don't have such a high proportion of illegal migrants. That violates the principle of one person, one vote here in America.
So y'all heard all that, right? Y'all catch the wording in there? Because you guys may not know about this, but during the 3/5 compromise, this same exact thing was going on there. See, they wanted to use the slaves as saying, oh, look at all the population we have right here. Look at the population here. All of them are going to count so we can have more people that was for slave, so we can have more pro-slavery representation here in the South. Let me say that again. The reason why the Democrats back then, the Southerners, the real ones that y'all are pissed off about, who look what they did to us, they whipped us, the ones in the South, they wanted to have more pro-slavery. Let me slow down. I'm trying my best because I'm really excited about this. I get like, because I really want to bring this heat because it's the same playbook. Let me slow down again. What the Democrats are doing right here is exactly what they did during the 3/5 compromise. You know, they wanted to have counted all of their slaves in the South as population so they can have more representation in Congress who are pro-slavers, right? Now, what the people up north did say, hold on, time out. Those are not classified as people according to you guys. Again, for the people that are slow, the people up north said to the people in the South, you guys can't count y'all slaves as people because y'all claim that they're not people. You guys said that they are property. So you can't count property. And the South was like, yes, we can. We can count them as property. And then guess what the northern people said? Well, we have chickens, we got chairs, we got wagons, we got horses, we got, firewood. That's our property. So we're going to count that as property as well. If you're going to claim that the people that you claim are not people, now you're saying they're not property, or are they property? Which one is it going to be? So what ended up happening is that they came to what they call the 3/5 compromise. For every 5 slaves they had, only 3 of them were going to count for a certain type of representation. So they made it harder for there to be slave representation in Congress in the South. That's what that's all about, ladies and gentlemen, for some of y'all that don't know that. It had nothing to do with them saying one black woman is only 3/5 of a person. One black man is only 3/5 of a person. It had nothing to do with that. It had everything to do with them wanting congressional representation so they can have taxation as well. Now, how did that play into this? It's the same exact playbook. How in the world is it that you don't have to be a citizen now? See, because those people back then during the slavery, during those days, during the 3/5 compromise, they weren't considered people. They weren't considered citizens, right? Same exact playbook now. Now, you heard the man, we have migrants, illegals in here. They're trying to put them there as if they are like us, American citizens. And then they're going to be counted and used as representation so they can have those people there in that district to have Congress representation. More power, more representation of the Dems off the backs of these illegals, these migrants, these asylum seekers. It's the same exact playbook. What's sad about that is that they need to have it to where every last one of those people need to have some shape, form, or fashion of ID. You definitely need to be looked at as an American citizen. You need to have your citizenship. You think they're really going to go down the line and find all that about? No. That's why they're allowing them to flood to these certain states to push these people out to certain districts. Because if they get these people into certain districts, they already indoctrinated them, or what have you. They already pretty much have these people already set up, christened to absolutely 100% vote Democrat, because Democrats are the ones that gave them this, gave them the money, gave them the freedom of being able to come into the country willy-nilly free. They gave them the food. They gave them the, the hotels. They gave them places to stay in. We'll kick our own people out to let y'all come in here, as long as y'all keep on doing this for us in these districts. Yeah, call it conspiracy all you want to, but I told you guys, even though some places are considered a sanctuary city, after it gets filled up, it's going to run over and flow out. And I guarantee you these people are going to be bussed and directed into cities where they're going to be used to bring in numbers so they can have more representation on the Dems to do more of what they've been doing for hundreds of years. Plain and simple. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Black folks, I know y'all gonna look at this like, oh, you don't know what you talking about because you, no. Go and don't just do Google. You need to go to a library where there are books in there where you can find out the truth about the 3/5 clause. Again, it had nothing to do with a black man or a black woman only being looked at as 3/5 of a person. No, they looked at the overall population, and only 3 slaves out of 5 counted. And by doing it that way, the 3/5 compromise, it made it harder for them to have pro-slaver representation in the southern states. Again, y'all, same exact playbook. Absolutely, 100% crazy that they doing this. Am I off? Is this like a conspiracy to y'all? No, it's not. Before I say this at the end, hit the thumbs up button. 5 seconds to do it. Please hit that thumbs up so my videos can keep being recommended to you, and also because it can be passed out into the YouTube algorithm. Thank y'all for doing that. All right. Y'all, let me know what y'all think. Cell phone time. Is there one person in your cell phone right now that you have not told about this channel? If it is, please get into those cell phones. Encourage them to subscribe to the channel after checking it out. You guys are the reason this channel is growing, and I really do appreciate it. I definitely want to hear what y'all got to say about this. Did y'all not even think of it in that way? Like, did y'all not even see it? And how I just explained it, they're doing the same exact type of thing. They try to get certain amount of people in a certain area, certain states, certain cities, certain municipalities, so they can have representation to do their will, to vote more of their type of agenda, like type, rhetoric in there. I know. Some of my mind thinks a lot. Let's hear it, folks, in the comment section. I am Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing, and most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.